I remember an old saying when I was a kid that said, monkey see, monkey do. In other words, we emulate things that we see. We regurgitate things that we hear. And whatever goes into our minds, well, eventually comes back out again. I had an interesting comment yesterday that I wanted to comment on. Dear Pastor Bob, I watched your video today and thought about TV and social media that we consume. Do you think we're being lied to? Absolutely. Who's lying to us? Well, pretty much everyone. Why do I say that? Well, everyone reports on their point of view, and there's a lot of different points of view. Is everybody correct? No. But what do we do with that? You know, they say if you hear something 3 times, you believe it as truth. And when things are repeated so many times, we begin to believe things that are not true. Social media, regular media, mainstream media, all of those things contain that element where we're being lied to about many things. If we repeat it enough, we believe it. It's from someone's point of view, and it spreads. People say, well, there's so many different kinds of social media and so many different kinds of mainstream media. Why don't we have a large perspective? Well, much of it is owned by all the same people with the same restrictions, with the same mindset. And I'm not talking about politics necessarily, although I guess you probably could, but I'm just talking about worldview and spiritual things versus carnal things. So there's a script. I don't know who writes everything. I guess people that own media. And you'd be surprised at who owns all the same media internationally. And when people read from the script, they say exactly the same thing. Watch this.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about troubling and irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these stories simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 So, Philippians chapter 4 and verse 8 says, finally, believers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable and worthy of respect, whatever is right and confirmed by God's word, whatever is pure and wholesome, and whatever is lovely and brings peace, whatever is admirable and of good repute, if there is anything excellent, if there's anything worthy of praise, think continuously on these things. Center your mind on them and implant them in your heart. People say, well, I follow the Bible, and a lot of people say, well, I follow the Bible and I follow the media. You can't do both. One will be absolute truth and the other will be full of distortions. It's up to you to seek it out, not just biblical truth, but media, and compare it to biblical truth. What is it saying? What are you believing? Yeah. And folks, don't leave that to somebody else. Don't leave that just to media manipulation with your mind. You be responsible for what goes in there. Media, whatever it is, you're responsible. And Philippians 4 says, think on the things of the Lord, because when you do that, you begin to filter everything with His truth. Very important. Well, folks, don't forget, you are blessed. Go and be a blessing.
Anybody want coffee?